Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to the final day of the Major League Baseball regular season. And it's all to play for at the top of the AL East as the Toronto Blue Jays lead the Tampa Bay Rays by a single game. The Rays are in New York to play the Yankees, while the Jays host the Red Sox. Who wins the division and who goes to the wild card game? We're about to find out. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 2, Episode 10 of the Toronto Blue Jays, and it is coming down to the final day between the Jays and the Rays. We are one game ahead of them on the final day. If we win today, we win the division and we are straight into the playoffs. And to be honest, we're going to play the winner of the wild card game because we have the best record in the division, which is a little bit of a shame because we'll probably end up playing the Rays again. And to be honest, it's not too bad for the wild card either because the Mariners and the Indians are tied as well. The Angels could technically still get there as well, only a game back. So it's all happening in the American League on the final game. But yeah, it's going to be tense. Now, I'd love to say that it's been a sort of a race to the top. But you can see, though, by the last 10 of both teams, we're both very much stumbling over the line. So, it's by no means guaranteed we could both lose today. Now, if we were to lose and they were to win, I'm not sure what happens. We've had the better record against them head-to-head throughout the season. So I'm thinking, I don't know if we'd have to have a playoff or what would happen. But I think we would get them on head-to-head if I think that's the way it works. Now, a few things to catch you up on. You can see Bo Bichette has been injured. He's been out for about 2 or 3 weeks, I think. So we've missed him. Ryu, of course, was injured because that's what Ryu does. We called Yamaguchi into the team to replace Ryu, just as a long reliever there. He's done fine since he came back in. His ERA was terrible when we dropped him earlier on this year. So he's come back in and he's done a decent job for us. And in to replace Bo Bichette has come this guy, Adrizana. And to be honest, he's come in and been a revelation. Look at this batting average, over 400. So he's just done really, really well. So to the point where I think he's actually going to make our playoff roster. We have obviously qualified for the playoffs. We will be going in one way or another, whether it be the wild card game or whether it be actually getting through the division. Now, a few things I wanted to flag up here coming into the final game of the season. Let's go and have a look at how players have been doing. That is batting stats. We want pitching stats for the pitchers. Now, a few things to flag up here, but they're all basically to do with Pearson, who's had an absolutely stunning season. Actually, what we might do, you can see everybody's stats there. If you do want to have a longer look, just give it a quick pause. But if we go and have a look at history and the pitching side of things, Pearson has set some excellent records so far this season. Now, of course, he's done for the year now, regular season. Now, if we have a look at strikeouts, this season he is 4th all-time, a little bit less than he managed last year, but 4th all-time in strikeouts for a season, and he's beaten his own record of strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So that is absolutely incredible stuff there from Nate Pearson. And if we just quickly have a look at the whip, he set a new club record for whip as well, 1.02. So that's incredible, isn't it? He's done really, really, really well. Now, if we have a quick look at the hitting side of things, and this is, of course, Vlad Jr. territory. We can see, now, obviously, he still has a game to play. But right now, he is 4th all-time in batting averages. A good day today, and he could go as high as 2nd all-time, which would be just insane, wouldn't it? But he does more records as well. If we go down to WAR, he has smashed the club record by a full point, which is just insane. We keep going down. Now we have a look at hits. He needs 2 hits to tie the club record, 3 hits today, and he will break the Jays' hits in a season club record. Total bases, you can see there as well. He has he's broken that record, which is stunning, and not just broken it, absolutely obliterated it. And is there more records for him? I think there is. Yes, there is. If we have a look at RBIs, he is not going to break the record unless he really does have a special day. He's 7 back of the Carlos Delgado record, but 2nd all-time. It's just been a wonderful, wonderful season for Vlad Jr. If we go and have a quick look at the batting side of things, the batting stats for the rest of the team, another couple of things to flag up here that I think are worthy of note. Rowdy Tellez, over 100 RBIs this season for him. That is really, really good. He's stepped up a lot from last season, so that's excellent. And the other thing I think worth flagging up, if we have a quick look at Billy Hamilton, go over here. 56 stolen bases, over 50 stolen bases in a season for Hamilton. So he's had a really, really good time of things as well. Now, how do we get into this situation, I hear you ask? Well, let's have a quick look. Where do we leave off here? We left off against the Reyes, didn't we? Was it this? Well, hang on, let me think here. Where do we leave off? We left off against the Reyes there, wasn't it? The last game of the series. So then we went and played the Yankees. Game 1, we unfortunately lost. Game 2, we absolutely smashed them. We got a grand slam in this one from Randall Grichuk, which is incredible. He also got 6 RBIs himself. So Randall Grichuk down there had a really, really good... I think did he hit 2 home runs? No, just the 1 home run, but it was a grand slam. Yeah, a wonderful, wonderful outing there for Randall Grichuk. And then game 3 of the series, we snuck past them, but Vlad Jr. went 4 for 4, and all 3 RBIs were off his bat, and all 3 times it was Bo Bichette coming across the plate, who also went 4 for 4. So it was the Bo and Vlad show, very much that one against the Yankees. A decent pitching performance as well. Fleming, our young Canadian pitcher, only gave up 2 earned runs, and the bullpen came in and shut it out for us, which is unlike them. Where was excellent news. Then we played the Orioles. We swept the Orioles 3 of 3. A really good series, this one for us. And then form started to hit a little bit of a snag. We went to Boston and we lost all 3 games against Boston. Game 2 here, we were a little bit unlucky. We lost it in 14. Top of the 9th, it was Vlad Jr. with a 2-run home run to send it to extra innings. And then, yeah, it just kind of went a little bit wrong after that, didn't it? But there we go. So that was a series less quickly forgotten. Then we went back and played the Orioles again. We won the first 2, which was excellent. We did lose game 3, and unfortunately, our young Canadian, he had a good start last time. Fleming this time, though, let us down. 2 innings pitched, 5 earned runs. Again, the bullpen came in and did a job for us. But the damage was done, and we couldn't quite get ourselves back into that one, which was a big, big shame. Then we played the Oakland Athletics, and this is where it really did start to go wrong. We won game 1, which was fantastic. Then we lost game 2, lost game 3 in extra innings, and the hero of this one was Billy Hamilton, 5 for 5 with 2 RBIs, and I think he hit a home run as well, did he? No, he didn't, but 5 for 5 for Billy Hamilton. Stunning stuff from our center fielder. But yeah, unfortunately, it all went a little bit wrong in the 14th there with Yamaguchi giving up some runs. But that happens, doesn't it? Then we lost game 4. I'm going to say comprehensively. It was the first and last innings. We gave up 6 runs in the first, 8 runs in the 9th. But otherwise, we were quite good for the other 7 innings, only giving up the 1 run. But yeah, there was a grand slam in there for them, some 3-run home runs. It was Patterson, who has usually been amazing for us. He's had a really, really good year, but 1 out and 6 earned runs absolutely killed it. And Kelly and Hendricks came in at the end and just sort of pumped up their ERAs a little bit as well. So that brings us to the final series of the season. We played Boston in game 1 and we snuck past them in 10. And this was thanks to a Kevin Biggio walk-off home run in the 10th. In the 7th innings there, you can see the guy we brought in to replace, what's his face, Bo, Adriazana, I guess you'd say that. Anyway, he hit a 2-run home run in the 7th to get us sort of back level. So that was a really, really good performance from us. Fleming with a nice little comeback, 7 innings pitched, only 3 earned runs in that one. We've lost game 2 of the series, which would have wrapped it up for us in hindsight, but we didn't. So we come to the final day. We're playing Boston. The Reyes are playing the Yankees in New York. Let's have a look at the team we're sending out. And this is it. It is Adriazana who leads us off, who's having a stunning little end to the season. So we keep faith with him. Drury bats second at the designated hitter role. Vlad Jr. bats third at third. It's Rowdy Tellez batting fourth, and he's at first base. Denny Jansen, the catcher, comes in to bat number 5. Billy Mckinney in right field bats 6. Gurriel Jr. bats 7 in left field. Biggio, who's had a poor season, to be honest, this year. His average is not great, only batting .231. Couldn't justify him up there second in the order, so he drops down to 8th. He's at second base. Billy Hamilton, the center fielder, is... he's batting number 9. It's Anthony Kay who gets the start for us. He is our weakest pitcher. He's 5th in the rotation. His ERA this season is over 5. I think he's been a little bit better than that. You can see his whip is 142, which isn't great. His WAR is 1.1. His ERA plus is just a smidge below 100. He does have the odd good game in him, so let's hope he has a good one today. We're up against Brent Suter for them. Again, his ERA 470 this year. His WHIP is 119. ERA plus of just over 100. His WAR is 2.6. So he has the better numbers. Let's hope that K has the better day. And here we go in Toronto for the final time in the regular season. It's K versus Benintendi to lead us off. And, well, as I said, let's hope we get a win and we don't have to rely on the Yankees beating the Rays. But if that's what it takes, as long as we win the division, I think we can all agree that will be it's already been a successful season, to be honest. I really didn't think we would be quite this good this season. That should be an out. We have Adrizana. No, he doesn't have a play. It's a lead-off infield hit for the Red Sox. And it's now K to face Bogaerts, who is batting .265 this season. A first pitch swing. Benintendi's going for the steal. Officer Jansen takes down the thief, and that is one away. Excellent stuff by Denny Jansen. All right, K, let's go to work on Bogaerts now. He's the 2-0 the count. That's been popped up. Hamilton's there, just camping underneath it, casual as you like. And he makes the catch behind his back. Excellent stuff. Well, that's 2 away now. Rafael Devers, who is batting .319, 42 home runs, 147 RBIs. He has been destroying pitching up and down the American League all season long. That's been well hit, and that is off the wall. He is a very, very dangerous hitter. A 2-out double for Devers, and it's going to bring up... who's batting fourth for them? I have no idea who's batting fourth for them. We're about to find out. It is Chavez, who is batting .252 this year. 2-2's the count. Come on, K. End this. Popped up. Gurriel Jr. comes in. He should make a simple catch out there in left field. He does. And that gets us out of the first innings. No runs, 2 hits. But the important thing is no runs. All right, Adrizana comes in. If you want, I don't even know where we picked this guy up from. I think he was a free agent signing. Yeah, I think he was a free agent signing. He's been in AAA all season, batting .292, and we brought him in and he's just been an absolute star. So, yeah, there we go. Let's see what he can do. Can he lead us off here? Come on, Addy. 0-1 is the count. Oh, that's well hit. It is off the top of the wall. Oh, so unlucky, but a leadoff double for Adrizana, and that was inches away from clearing the fence. Brandon Jury comes in now. He's batting .270 this year. Jury pops it up. Adrizana is quick. I don't think he's that quick, and he'll go back to second. And there we go. It's Vlad Jr. now with a chance. Now remember, he needs 3 hits to break the club record. It's a first pitch swing here. What can he do? Vlad has popped it up, and that is not going to get the job done. Adrizana is going for third, not a chance, and that'll do it for the innings. And that's a little bit of a disappointing way to end it, especially with Rowdy Tellez up next, who is more than capable of clearing a fence. Silly. 3-0 on the leadoff man for the Red Sox. He walks, and it's going to be LaMatteo coming up now. I've nailed that pronunciation, haven't I? He's batting .324 this year. First pitch swing. Hit into right field. It should be caught out there by McKinney. Throw comes into first, and I'm assuming he got back there safe. Yes, he did. Excuse me, 1 away. Jeter Downs. How can someone called Jeter be playing for the Red Sox? That doesn't quite seem right. And he's smacked that past the shortstop into center field, and that is 2 on, 1 out. And it's Vazquez now batting .272. Come on, Kate. We need an out here, mate. That's been popped up. That should be fine. K's there. Biggio's coming in. Biggio will probably make it. He does. Denny Jansen very, very lazy behind the plate there. That's 2 away. Still with 2 on, though. And Castillo now batting .260 this year. Come on, K. Get yourself out of this jam. Come on, mate. That's a ground ball. Biggio should have an easy play at first. He does. And we get out of that second innings. All right. This is happy days so far. Rowdy Tellez now batting .264 this year. As I said at the start, over 100 RBIs though. He has grounded that to second, over to first, and that is the first out. Denny Jansen now batting .297 this season. He could get himself over 300 with a good day at the plate. Jansen, a little bit like the Tellez one, that one, isn't it? Fielding practice for second base, and that is 2 away, and it's Billy McKinney now, who's batting .225 this year, and this is where our lineup starts to falter a little bit. McKinney strikes out, and that's a quick, disappointing innings for the Blue Jays, and it's K to go back to work against Benintendi, who of course got the infield hit first time around. That's a little bit further than the infield. That is 1-0, and that is huge. That is upper deck. And that has to be one of the longest homers ever hit. We're not going to get a distance. We're just going to say it's big. And we fall behind off the bat of Andrew Benintendi, and why he never did that for our Mets, I just will never understand. One of the most disappointing signings ever for the Mets in that series, I think. Anyway, Xander Bogaerts, what can we do with him? That's a good reply. All right, come on, Kate. It's just one run. It's just one run. Devers comes in now. Now, he, of course, cracked one last time up, didn't he? 2-0's the count. He's hit that well as well. It's going to be caught. Is it? Oh, good catch. Diving effort out there by Billy McKinney. That's 2 away. And Michael Chavez comes up now. He's 0 for 1, batting .252 this year. Full count, hit the centre field. Hamilton's going back, and he makes a decent running catch out there. And that'll do it, but damage done as we fall behind in the top of the third. Gurriel Jr. now comes in, batting .247, but he's been a lot worse than that lately. Gurriel Jr. strikes out. This is going to bring up Cavan Biggio now. Only batting .231 this year. Cavan is a lot better than that. He knows it too. Biggio. Oh, Biggio! Is it going to get out? It is 1-1! Cavan Biggio! I knew he was better than that. 372 feet. And whatever Benintendi can do, Biggio can do as well. Maybe not quite as far as Benintendi, but still, it's 1-1. Doesn't matter how much it clears the fence by, as long as it clears the fence. And that, my friends, has cleared the fence. Billy Hamilton now comes in, batting .247. Hamilton grounds at the shortstop. I don't think he's quick enough to beat that. That is 2 away. And it's going to be Adrianza coming back up. Now, of course, he hit that double off the very top of the fence first time around. What can he do this time? He has grounded it down towards first base. That'll do it for the innings, but we tie things up. It's 1-1 after 3. And it's going to be Anthony Kay to come back out to face Verdugo, who walked, I think, last time up. That's a ground ball to Adrianza. Does he have a play? Yes, he does, and that is 1 away. Excellent stuff. LeMahieu comes up now, batting, I forget what he's batting this, but he's 0 for 1 today anyway. First pitch swing, that's up the middle, and that's going to be a 1-out single. Hamilton gets it back in. Runner stays at first, and it's going to bring up Jeter Downs, who got a single up the middle last time, didn't he? 2-2. There's a strikeout for Kay. Excellent stuff. And it's Vasquez now, 0 for 1 today, batting .271 this season, of course. 1-1's the count. That's the ground ball to Adrianza. Goes over to second himself, and that'll do it for the top of the fourth. Still tied at 1s. And it's Brandon Drury to lead us off this innings, batting .269 this season. 2-2's the count. And Drury strikes out. 120 strikeouts this season for Brandon Drury. It brings up Vlad Jr., who still needs, of course, the 3 hits for the club record. And that is one of them. Vlad Jr. with a 1-out single. He is now 1 back from the record from tying it, 2 away from breaking it. It's Rowdy Tellez now. He's 0 for 1 today. First pitch swing, he's hit him. Disgusting. But with 1 out, we have runners at first and second, and it's going to be Denny Jansen chasing down that batting average of 300 with a chance here to drive in some runs. Denny Jansen gets away from the catcher. That gets rid of the force. Tellez goes to second. Vlad Jr. goes to third. And Denny Jansen now with a massive chance to drive in some runs. And he strikes out. This is going to bring up Mckinney. Can Mckinney do the work for us? Mckinney drives it. Whoa, it's not going to get past the shortstop. And that'll do it for the bottom of the fourth. We're still tied at 1. Castillo comes in now to face Kay. He's 0 for 1 today. 1-0 is the count as well. That's been popped up. It should be caught out there by McKinney coming in. Simple catch. I think Hamilton probably could have made it as well. And that is 1 away for Benintendi, who of course sent a ball into the stratosphere last time up. He's 2 for 2 today as well. First pitch swing again. That's been popped up. Gurriel Jr.'s coming in very slowly, but he's going to get there eventually and make a catch for 2 away. For Xander Bogaerts, who is 0 for 2 today. Another first pitch swing. Come on, Kay. That's the ground ball to Adrianza over to first, and that'll do it for the top of the 5th. Kay is doing all right, isn't he? He's doing okay. That's terrible. All right, Gurriel Jr. 0 for 1, batting .247 this year. Gurriel Jr. That is gone! Gurriel Jr. gives us a 2-1 lead, 426 feet over center field. And that's what Gurriel Jr. can do. He just needs to do it a little bit more often. Excellent stuff. The Blue Jays hit the lead. As things stand, we're going to the postseason, and it's Biggio who, of course, hit a home run last time up. This time, he's hit that well as well. Center field's going back and makes the play. Unfortunately, that's going to be one away. Hamilton, who got out last time with a ground ball to shortstop, I think. Full count on him. Hamilton delivers the 2-1-out single. And can he add to his 56 stolen bases now? That's the big question. Adrizana comes up. He's 1 for 2 today. Hamilton does go. They've read him like a book there, haven't they? And that's Hamilton done. 2 out. Adrizana at the plate. Full count. What can he do? Watches strike 3. And, well, we've taken the lead, but that innings kind of petered out a little bit to disappointment, didn't it? Devers to lead them off to face K. Now, he is 1 for 2 today. Full count. And he loses him. Not ideal. Not ideal. The go-ahead runners on base. Oh, sorry, the tying runners on base. Go-ahead runners at the plate. That's been well hit as well. And are we seeing a fading Anthony K on the mound here in the top of the 6th? He's only thrown 76 pitches, but with no one out and 2 on, we could really do with an out here. First pitch swing. That has been well hit into right field, and it loads the bases with no one out, and this is looking like a very, very troubling innings for us. Come on, K. You need to get Mattel at the plate. 1 and 2 is the count. It's a strikeout, and it's a huge strikeout. Gives us a way out of an innings now with a double play. Jeter Downs, who is 1 for 2 today. 0 and 2. Another strikeout for Anthony K. What a comeback this is. You've got one more, mate. Don't let this slip now. Vasquez comes up. He's 0 for 2 today. 2 and 0's the count. It's a ground ball. Biggio's there over to first, and he gets himself out of a jam. Loaded bases, none out. And Anthony K, has he just sent us to the postseason with that end to the innings? What a performance. All right, it's Drury who's 0 for 2. 1 and 0 is the 0 and 1, sorry, is the count. Drury pops it up though. And that will be the first out of the bottom of the 7th. All right, it brings up Vlad Jr., who needs 2 hits to break the record. 1 to tie it. And he strikes out looking, oh, Vlad, come on, mate. You're not going to get a chance now, I don't think, unless we have a big innings. Rowdy Tellez, 0 for 1. And he watches strike 3 go past as well. We are through 6. We are still 2-1 up. It's Anthony K to continue. He's pitching to Castillo, who is 0 for 2 today. And make that 0 for... Oh, it's an error by Tellez. Oh, a big, big error by Rowdy Tellez at first. And Benintendi comes in now to face Alex Reyes, the new pitcher. A really good outing there from Anthony K. 6 innings pitched, only the 1 earned run, and let's see what Reyes can do against Benintendi. They look for the steal, and that is Officer Jansen taking Thiefs down like an absolute champ today. Reyes now continues to Benintendi. Let's see what he can do. He is, of course, a big, big strikeout threat. And he needs a few strikeouts here to hit a milestone as well. But that's not going to get into any milestones. That's been driven to the fence by Benintendi, who's had a really, really good day at the plate. He's looking for third. No, he doesn't. He sold at second. It's a 1-out double for Benintendi. And with Bogarts coming in now, Reyes could really do with a strikeout, mate. Oh, and it's gotten away. It's going to be a full count, and the runner's going to be at third. And come on, Reyes. This is a massive pitch in the game. Is it going to be a strikeout? Is it going to be a walk? It's going to be a strikeout for Alex Reyes. Wonderful stuff. All right, mate, let's sit down to Devers, who is really, really in form as well. 1 for 2 today. It's a full count. He's walked him. Well, it's maybe not the worst thing if he can get Chavez out, who's 1 for 3 today, and it's Espinoza that comes in to face him. Espinoza, who of course is one of the youngsters that we've called in with the expanded roster. 1 and 0's the count. Oh dear, Espinoza, what have you done? And it's 4 to 2. And I really don't understand why we've taken Reyes out there. He was looking okay, and Espinoza has done a very, very bad thing. 0 and 2. That's down the first base line. And the Rowdy Tellez error, the Boston Red Sox home run, and suddenly we stretch 4-2 down. And in a bit of a hole here. Oh, we're going to have to go to the wild card game after all. Denny Jansen to lead us off. 1-1's the count. He's been hit. That brings tying run to the plate in the shape of Billy McKinney. What can he do? He's 0 for 2 today. Come on, Billy. He pops it up into into left field. And that is one away. It brings up now Gurriel Jr., who hit a home run last time. If he can do it again, it'd be a wonderful thing. It's a first pitch swing. Gurriel Jr., he's hit it really well. It's over center field's head. Is that triple territory? Is it going to bring in a run? The score, it's not. But one out. Runners at second and third. A massive, massive hit by Gurriel Jr. And can Biggio tie us up? Another first pitch swing. Biggio! Is it big enough? Cavan Biggio! It's gone! Cavan Biggio, a second home run of the game. A second 3-run home run of the 7th innings. And we're 5-4 back in front of this game. And it's Cavan Biggio with a huge 456 hit over center field. Wonderful stuff. And it's Billy Hamilton now with no one on, one out. What can he do? 1-2 is the count. Cavan Biggio did not like getting demoted down the order, did he? Billy Hamilton watches strike 3 go past. It brings up Adrizana to the plate. Facing, of course, the new pitcher. Adrizana with a swinging bunt. That'll do it for the innings, but we go back in front. And instantly I start worrying that Hendricks is going to blow this for us. Espinosa to continue. Interesting decision by the manager. Lematau to the plate. First pitch swing, it looks like. That's to Rowdy Tellez. 2 hands, Rowdy. There it is. No error this time. And that is one away. Jeter Downs up to bat now to face Espinosa. He is 1 for 3 today. What can Espinosa do with him? He strikes him out. Oh, wonderful, wonderful stuff. Christian Vazquez now steps in. He's 0 for 3 today. If Espinosa can get him, we're 3 outs away. We're just a 1 Jimi Hendrix innings away from seeing this thing out. All right, everybody, say your prayers, because it's going to be Liam Hendricks. Though, to be honest, sometimes I don't think Jimi Hendrix should do much worse of a job. There we go. It's going to be an easy out, isn't it, for Drury to lead us off. That's 1 away. And it's Vlad Jr. who needs this hit to tie the record. He's not going to break it now, but he can tie it with a base hit. And he is destined to not have that record, isn't he? He falls 1 hit short of tying the all-time Jays hit record. It's Rowdy Tellez now, his final at-bat, hopefully for the regular season. And he hits it back up the middle. Now, is that going to be infield hit territory? No, he's not quick enough. Billy Hamilton would have got there, but not Rowdy Tellez. We are through 8. We are 3 outs away. And it is Liam Hendricks to face Okami, who is pinch hitting and only batting .225 this year. Come on, Hendo, please. 2-2's the count. Is he first in saves this season? I tell you what, he's blown a few as well, but there we go. Hendricks with a strikeout. Benintendi now, who is 3 for 4 today and absolutely destroyed our pitching. 3-1's the count. That's a ground ball. Biggio should be there. Over to first, mate. That's 2 away. And this is it. We're down to the final out. If we get this out, we are going to the postseason. We are AL East champions. 1-1's the count. No one on. 2 out. Hendricks. It's well hit. Gurriel Jr.'s there, and we've won the AL East. Go on, Blue Jays! Go on! Congratulations as the American League East champions. You must be delighted. Yeah, look, mate, I am. We've got a young team playing in what is notoriously the most difficult division in baseball, but I felt like they stood up to the fight this year, showed they're up to beating anybody. As far as I'm concerned, though, this isn't anything. Our season starts now, and we've still got 11 games of very tough baseball to win this season. So there we go. In the end, we've done it easily because the Yankees beat the Tampa Bay Rays. So we finished 2 games clear of the Tampa Bay Rays in the regular season. We are AL East champions. And that, of course, means we are going to be playing the winner of the Rays and the Mariners in the postseason, which is absolutely incredible. We haven't got the sort of the tree thing there yet, but that will be next episode. It will be game 1 of that series, and then what I think we will do is we'll come back when there's a chance to clinch. We'll show the first game of the series, and then we'll come back when there's a chance to clinch. So Friday's episode will be game 1 of the ALDS. It'll be against the Reyes or the Mariners. It's going to be a tough one if it's against the Mariners, isn't it? But anyway, if you have enjoyed this, please do hit thumbs up. Leave your tributes to Kevin Biggio. What a performance that was from him. And the biggest decision we have, actually, before we do end this, is what to do with the postseason roster. We need to get rid of a pitcher, and I'm wondering, do we want Espinosa in there? I mean, he didn't cover himself in glory today, but do we want him in there? And we're going to use Alex Reyes as the long reliever, and then Yamaguchi drops out, or do we want Yamaguchi in sort of as an option? The other thing, of course, for our postseason is that do we need 5 starters? Probably not. We only really need 4, don't we? So maybe Yamaguchi drops out and we just put K in the bullpen, a left arm in the bullpen, and that might make a little bit of sense, actually. And then on the hitting side of things, I think Munoz has to drop out, and I'm thinking maybe Cespedes. Because the way Adriana's come in, I don't think we can drop him. And he's got a good utility value as well. So I'm thinking we need to get rid of 3 players, don't we? So we lose 1 from the pitching. We need to get rid of 2 here. So I think that's maybe Munoz and Cespedes, who's not really done it for us this year. And that leaves us with 2 then outfield bats that are lefties with Grishuk. And yeah, so we have sort of 2 and 2 and then a switch hitting in Hamilton, which probably makes that a well-balanced outfield hitting lineup too, doesn't it? Anyway, let me know what you guys think of that in the comments. I'll see you on Friday, next episode for Game 1 of the ALDS. Take care.